Will, tell us what you're doing.
Today is the first day of converting out our Sprinter van. We have zero experience in doing anything with this. I've done a lot of research, I've read a lot of blogs, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and we're just going to go at it and see what happens. We're using some reflectics. We're using some insulation. Alright, we're insulating it. It took a lot longer to do this dumb silver stuff. As you can see, it's not a perfect fit. It'll be interesting to see if that does anything in the winter or if it gets cold. But we have this wood base insulation that has no fiberglass. It's dark outside, so we're just in here with these lights. Stuffing as many small spots as we can. I've really liked using this wool insulation so far just because you can piece it apart, slide it into all these little cracks. As you can see, it's not really easy to insulate all of this stuff because there's no direct access to these little tiny things, and these could let hot or cold air in whenever you're traveling. So just a tedious task of stuffing insulation into the wall. I'm going to try to go through the process. It may be bad, it may be nice, I don't know.
It's going to be awesome.
We may or may not use this video ever, but it's kind of cool. So we'll kind of go piece by piece, figure it out, where the idea is to be able to stay in this whenever we travel. Also carry a bunch of Prodigy type stuff with us to set up booths at tournaments that we go to. So let's see if it all works out. Step first, tape measure. Trusty tape measure. We have our pre-made panels for the side here. We actually have trash bags on top of the insulation, and then we have the walls. We did the trash bags to help with any type of moisture that happens inside of the van, and hopefully it holds back some heat and air as well. On the ceiling, we're actually going to put go from bar to bar with a trash bag. First we're going to do the same thing to silver reflectics, and then we're going to spray adhesive some of the wool insulation, and then we're going to put a trash bag from side to side. Then we're going to use one of these wood pieces of metal, pieces of metal. What am I losing my mind? Gone to Lowe's too many times. But it'll go from here across, and then we'll actually nail this wood to that, to where we'll have the wood ceiling. Start it. Alright, day 3 of working on the van. Less than a week that I've owned it. Here's Todd. Cheers. And we're gonna go over a little bit of what we did today. We put the insulation on the roof. Did a little double-sided tape action on this reflective bubble tape. Put the wood insulation, and then we put some wood panels. And then we put some little stringers. Then we put the trash bags on top of it to hold it back. And it goes all the way into there.
Alright, these guys are putting up the walls now.
This is the ceiling. Need help?
Well, the ceiling.
Yeah, I just need to turn this up.
This is my dad here helping us out. Mr. Terry Gunther.
I'm just going to line this up with that. Okay.
Started raining outside and it's dark. So we have set up shop over here under the carport. And then we are doing the painting inside the garage. This is my little workspace for the moment. It is very messy in there. Please ignore the mess. It normally does not look like this.
Alright, quick overview. Alright guys, today we're in Atlanta, Georgia, building the frame for our bed. Came down here to the Prodigy warehouse to get some experienced people helping us out. We got Phil Arthur helping build the bed. He's done this a few times before. He's got all the tools to do so. He also has the ideas. Here's a quick look. We have a pre-made box for the front of our bed. We're going to be setting up the bed basically on this corner. Going left, we have to make sure we have storage for all our gear down here. And then we're going to be adding a desk / bench right here to continue it. You can see the finished part of the walls. Going to add some type of molding here with a little rounded piece to fill off the edging, so you're not going to see any of these cracks going all the way down. You can see. The bed's going to come about right here, pretty close to this. That's where we're at. I'll update you continuing forward. For about 2 months, I've been cruising around in a Sprinter van all over the country, mostly West Coast, this part of the year. I've been working on this video just about how I built it and how I kind of live in it as well. Working today, I'm taking everything out of it. I'm going to clean it up real nice. Last week we had a super busy time vending at one of the biggest amateur events at Bowling Green in Kentucky. And I'm going to give you a little time lapse of myself taking all the stuff out of the van. I'm also going to give you a rundown inside of how it looks. This is the current form, how it looks right now. A lot of boxes, a lot of bags. We got 2 tents. Just a ton of gear basically in here. Check it out in here. It's not very organized, don't judge me. Just a ton of stuff. This is what it looks like with no mattress. Pretty big area. You know, 6'2". It's pretty wide. The mattress will go right here. This area is usually empty, doesn't really have that much stuff on it. You can see in the time lapse I had 5 or 6 boxes up here, another 2 or 3 boxes on the ground, a bunch of tents and stuff like that. Got a little couch right here. My wife made a nice little cushion. Also, it's a nice little lay down spot. It's also pretty long. With a pillow right here, works out pretty well. I got all my clothes in this dresser. This dresser used to be a warehouse kind of utility cabinet at the Prodigy warehouse. Now I just keep all my stuff in there. It's really unorganized right now. Beneath this bench, we have a bunch of empty space, basically from that side all the way to the end is completely empty. Behind this sub typically is where I like to keep bottles of water or stuff that I don't use on a daily basis. I can easily kind of get the water right behind here, super easy. I keep some snacks and little stuff that I might need, hats or sunscreen and stuff like that, just to right here. But this is a big area of storage, and then of course I have this dresser, and then I have this little kind of secret spot right here.
Not so secret anymore.
Not so secret anymore, but comes in handy whenever you just need to slide umbrellas, dirty clothes. I think I have my drill in there right now. Just basically everything you can see right here is what was in there. I can fit a lot kind of deep into this cavity. I can fit about 700 discs or so back here in these small boxes. I use that whenever I'm setting up and vending at a specific tournament or doing clinics and stuff like that. It's easy to put some more personal stuff in here. One of my sponsors, High Brew Coffee, which is a cold brew coffee company. They gave me a couple stacks of some cold brew coffee. I got my handy dandy yoga roller. And then also have a box of shoes. It's always nice to have some extra shoes whenever you're on the road. You never know what you're gonna do. I have a 10 by 20 tent. I have some extra feather banners along with some umbrellas in there. I have this other side compartment right here that has some tablecloths and just some items that can more be stuffed compared to have to fit in a certain position. All right. Well, we may or may not use this. Just it doesn't matter what we do or what we say. We just act normal. All right. Just hit play, or hit record. Hit stop.
It is recording.
I know, but hit stop. All right. Going for the Sprinter van trick shot.